This is Animester's 1/9 2B from NieR Automata. She's a pretty interesting figure, has some cool stuff about her, but there are also some things which you definitely need to watch out for. So let's see if she's worth it. The box is pretty large. This is what it looks like. Opening it up, there are 2 trays inside. The bottom tray has all the stand stuff, which is super exciting. I sound sarcastic, but it's actually pretty cool. And the top tray, of course, has the figure and other stuff. Instructions for you, just in case. And a quick shout out to Bombasby for sending this over for a review. I'll have them linked down below for you, as well as hopefully where you can get 2B if you're interested. There is a spare head, which is just kind of strapped to the back in an extra bag, so be careful of that. And also these spare wrist joints, I just found them in the box, so be careful not to lose these as well. Okay, so out of the box, 2B does not have her skirt on, so let's change that. At least you know it comes off. Okay, here she is all modestly dressed. For details, this is what her face looks like, so I think it's okay. It's nothing too special, too fancy, but looks like 2B and gets the job done, I reckon. Although this little strand here, I think I might sharpen that with like a hobby knife or something, because it's kind of a goofy sculpt there. Otherwise, might be a tiny bit of shading there. I'm not quite sure. That's what the back looks like. Down to the body, looking quite nice as well. So simple design and colors, right? Monochrome, black and white essentially. So these bits are sculpted and painted in. Details, yeah, I think it's neat enough. Honestly, don't really know what else to say. It's just a 2B's outfit. Although, of course, if you are interested, a little bit squishy chest. So the back here as well is squishy. Although I guess like her top dress part kind of hinders the squish a little bit, so the leg is where you'll get most of the squish. Sleeves are a floating piece and kind of soft plastic as well, along with this thing here, so hopefully that won't hinder, or it hinders the articulation a little bit. Skirt is also a soft plastic too. And legs, nice and glossy. Just another detailed look at her. What do you think? Does she look okay or not? So one very important thing that I would like to mention first is that this thing here does not rotate. And if you try to move it, it will break off. As you can see here, I've got some tacky stuff because I tried to glue it. I don't know if my super glue is off or whatever, but it wouldn't really stick. Maybe because it's kind of like a soft rubber plastic, so that's a little bit annoying. They should have done it like Figma 2B and had it just like as a tab and then a thicker end and just kind of like shoved in there so that it can rotate, but oh well. But yeah, we might as well take her skirt off now because otherwise that dangly bit will keep falling off during articulation, which will be really annoying. So usually this is what it will look like, just pop her off. Pops off easier than Kara's Samurai, I would say, which is a good thing. And then just gently, there we go. So it does kind of stay on with tack, not really. Thick thigh 2B. And then torso back on. I suppose this is the main selling point of Animester's 1/9 girlies, the silicone squishiness. Looks good, I guess. So my Kata Samurai, she's been holding up quite well, so wouldn't really worry about the quality of the squishy bits. And just another close-up look because why not? For articulation, head turns, a little bit squeaky, tilts, nods, arms will raise up like so all the way. So this part here, it pops off like so. So this part is kind of like a floating kind of squishy piece. So that's kind of what that looks like. It's not too loose or anything, and of course if you do feel it is loose, you can tighten it up just by applying some display joint pen or like glue or something like that. But she does have some butterflies, which gives a good forward reach. Backwards reach, also very good, so that is an improvement on, for example, Karas. Arms, they will bend. When you try to like push the range, when you try to bend the arms, it will kind of pull out by itself. So if you kind of force it like that, then it'll wanna fall out like so. So she can't do like a full bend because of these bits here, but about this much is how much you'll get. Bicep or sleeve rotation there, and then this also rotates. Wrists, pretty standard stuff. Torso range, she tilts backwards and forwards, so a little bit gappy like that, but has a good upward look. Down, I don't want to push it too much, otherwise she'll pop off. About that much, and then quite gappy at the back there. Tilts, same thing. So they don't have as much allowance as they probably should, but also it's okay, I think, depending on the angle and perspective. For the legs, of course, try not to force anything. Moving out to the sides, very good. So it does kind of split all the way to the side, although because of the squishy silicone bits, it will kind of rebound a little bit. So about this much is how much you can bend before it kind of wants to spring back. Kicking forwards, very good forward kick actually. Something like that. Backwards, just got to be careful there, don't want to force anything. Something like that. So she can pretty much kick all the way backwards and forwards, and booty sculpt kind of, yeah, still looks good, I reckon. Just a little bit of gapping there, but what can you do? So she can do kind of high kicks like that. With the skirt, of course, a little bit limited, and then you gotta watch out for the dangly bit as well. I mean, it's not too bad. Thigh rotation, kind of. You can pull these off as well, so very similar if you have Karas Samurai, something like that. Double knees, like so. And then ankle up, down, all around. A little bit loose, but not horrible. This is all of her stand stuff. So just kind of put it all together. The big stand looks like this. You can open it up to store stuff, which is cool. But what's even cooler is, check this out. I did not know she had this feature. She can actually talk, or rather the base can talk. Otherwise, the other stand bits look like this. You can kind of use them to carry her swords, or you can carry the little robot thing. Although the little robot guy is probably gonna fall off if you use it like this, because he kind of just sits on top. This is what the little robot dude looks like. So he does have some points of articulation, so he doesn't rotate, but his arms do move like so. Rotate there, and then spin there as well. And a tiny bit of rotation at the very end. So his fingers do kind of move, so that's completely unnecessary, but it is cool, I guess. That also moves. For swords, a big sword, looking nice. It's kind of a flimsy plastic, but I guess it's also a good thing. It's not too kind of stiff and brittle. So that's what that looks like. A little bit of rough paint there, but oh well. Little sword looks something like this, has a dangly bit to it. So yeah, nicely done, I would say. For hands, she has 5 pairs total. By default, she's got these just kind of relaxed, open gesture hands. So I couldn't get the hands off the wrists, and I couldn't be bothered to use heat. So she's got pointy fingy hands, she's got open, more relaxed hands, fisty hands, and her sword holding hands. I think the sword holding hands do hold these swords well, and because the swords are quite light, so assuming you can plug them into her wrists, then they should be fine. For faces and head swaps, 2B has a bunch of them, which is cool. By default, this is just your masked stoic look with her regular hair. Looks good, I think, although also kind of nothing special. She does have a whole head swap you can do. Simply pull her head off, which is nice and easy to do, although it is not loose, which is good. And then just pop on her other one. Open mouth expression with windswept hair, so that's pretty cool. All the faces and hairs are interchangeable. And we do have an unmasked face. If I'm being honest, this face is not my favorite. The way they've done it is a little bit strange because her eyeballs aren't exactly flush to the socket, which kind of makes her look a little bit drowsy. I mean, from afar you probably can't really tell. But it would have been nice if they did it more like Karase Samurai, where it's just flush to the socket. Makes it look, just makes it look better, I reckon. What do you think? Oh, and she does have articulated eyes. Of course, you can do head swaps, which is pretty cool. I think it works. Or you can kind of have two 2Bs. For height, 2B is just under 7.5 inches or 19 centimeters. Overall, I think Animester 2B is a pretty cool figure. Not the best thing in the world, but still has some merits. If you like the character, squishy girls, and don't mind the scale, then definitely worth checking out. Of course, just be careful of her little ribbon thing. I'll have some affiliate links down below if you want to grab her. We do also have Discord via YouTube membership or Patreon if you are interested. And do check out my socials as well at NoGoodFigures. Do let me know what your thoughts of Animester 2B are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.